welcome to Turn2Gaming. I'm your host, Matt Bartram. I'm with, of course, AJ Burning. It's a fun podcast tonight, and we're just ready to talk about. We got so many things to talk about. What's going on with you right now, AJ?
Oh, not much.
Alrighty.
Just living the life.
Oh, man. So I guess we should just go ahead and get into it. In a couple weeks, there's going to be a new set called, well, it's not really a new set. It's a remastered of Time Spiral. This kind of reminds me of what they've been trying to do with, they've been doing a lot of things with Arena. Have you started playing any of those remaster sets in Arena?
Yes, I have. I missed all of the, I guess the releases of them, but I have started to collect some of those cards, and it is very interesting, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and like with this, it's very similar to that, but we got other things like we're putting like newer cards into old border stuff. So it just makes it look a little bit kind of give it that, what do you call it? Old,
nostalgic feeling.
Yeah, nostalgic. Yeah, because like we got a lot of Eternal Witnesses, Primeval Titan. But and to a degree too, it kind of reminds me of an Ultimate Master set because you got stuff like
Tarmogoyf.
What was the other one here? I'm looking through stuff. They have become immense with Old Border, which is kind of weird.
The young Pyromancer.
Yeah, young Pyromancer.
Exquisite Firecraft.
And they even got some new arts too, like Magus of the Moon. I don't know. And there's what was that? We just got done talking about it with that monkey that got.
Simian Spirit Guide.
Yeah, they got a new art for Simian Spirit Guide right when it gets banned. I'm like, what kind of disrespect is that?
Well, you know, if you do crazy things with your cards, I guess you can't expect them to not get banned.
And I will say too, if you're a Pauper lover, there's a lot of cool Pauper reprints. You got Alphas Mystic, a lot of slivers for the Sliver tribes. Gem High Sliver, if you're a fan of that. They got Verdant Sliver, which is the one that gives it Poisonous 1 every time it does damage. I wish it had... okay, the only problem... I don't... Now, granted, I'd never play through Time Spiral, but I really wanted the old... like the old... What's that one art style that's had the fanciness on the side? Would you know what that one was called? What's that was from?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just took a blank
there.
No.
Future Sight.
Future Sight. Yes, thank you. I wish they had. Now, granted, I know people love this border, but they done Future Sight. Now, hear me out. They done stuff like Lily on the Veil with that, or even better, Snapcaster Mage. But the original printing of Snapcaster Mage with that border style. Oh,
yeah.
That's where my heart goes to. I mean, granted, this is beautiful. I like a lot of the stuff. Never thought I would ever see Agent Startings printed this in an older border set, but you know, I'm not against it. I think there's definitely gonna be people liking it. So,
yeah, this is honestly my first time looking through the spoiler list, and I will have to say, seeing some of my favorite cards in old bordered is pretty cool. It really is awesome.
I had to take a minute here, though. It is kind of funny. Think about this. Everybody wanted borderless stuff. Now people want borders again?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on, people?
Honestly, I like the borderless stuff. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not even an old school player. I've only been playing, 5-6 years now.
Yeah, and I mean, we're both new on that.
It just looks good.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that classic nostalgic feel of the cards, and I can only imagine the players that have been playing for decades.
Oh, they're pumped.
To see some of these modern cards and that, it looks pretty cool.
Now, please, Wizards, don't let this foiling process be like Commander Legends, please. Like I got so mad with Commander Legend foils that I'm hoping that this set just looks really good foils. So
yes, and if they do have a high printing of this, which, I mean, who knows? I don't really follow that.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to be.
I mean, it'd be really cool because I do play Pauper still in paper. It'd be kind of nice to get some of these in foil, or even just the regular copies. They'll probably be pretty cheap, the commons. So, and very exciting.
And I'm wondering if the foiling process is going to be like the whole, just leaving the border foiled. I wouldn't be against that either.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that'd be a cool alternative.
Oh, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get to the next very highly blood pressure topic of our podcast is the MTG Universe Beyond. Do you know what that is yet, AJ?
Well, I was informed that, and I'm just trying to make sure I'm saying this correctly, but Warhammer 40,000 and the Lord of the Rings will be joining Universes Beyond.
Yeah, and I think from what I'm understanding is the 40K is going to be commander sets. I'm not like that's what I've been hearing a lot of. I've been trying to look into it, and there's so many. You know how it is. You hear things left and right, but like, so you're gonna have like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm completely ignorant towards Lord of the Rings and 40K, but I'm assuming here soon we're gonna have My Little Pony characters in the set. So I'm like, I'm ready. All right.
Well, in some way, there are players that are fans of all of these different worlds, and I think most people won't have a problem with this unless it completely shifts the game competitively and or like the vision of the game. So like with the wasn't playing as much then, but with the Walking Dead Secret Lair, to my understanding, they were printed in black bordered. Is that correct?
Yeah, they had the black border, and then they kind of have they kind of have their own special border with it. I mean, it's still black border, but if I remember correctly, it had like a triangle hollow stamp, just to kind of tell you that, hey, this isn't technically with the lore. And that's from what I was reading through the sets from their little like memo of this. It's going to be just like that. So basically, there's like a distinction between Magic World and then other worlds, so to speak. Yeah, exactly. And I'm hoping, but now granted, I'm hoping that them saying this, it doesn't mean the lore is going to get messed up, because like I don't want to go all of a sudden and be like, we got Lily on the Veil all of a sudden in Lord of the Rings. I know people like that, but like I don't want to see that personally, or some odd reason like Lily on the Veil has her own 40K things just with her zombies going against the 40K guys, which, you know, well, I guess people would like that.
yeah.
But like the hardcore old school guys, that those guys are going to be the ones going to get really upset about it for the most point.
I honestly can't imagine like that feeling that your game you've invested, 1, 2, 3. I mean, oh, there it is. Of course, I'd get a phone call.
Hey, I was the one with the silence.
I know. I'm going to do that right now. So of course, I could feel for the people who've been playing multiple decades, and how they would feel of their game basically being diluted or changed in a way that they don't agree with. But I don't know. They could probably do it tastefully. I don't know if it's been successful or not. I have really no opinion on that. But it would be cool to see, like maybe some, like, I don't know if there's, it'd just be interesting to see what they do. Like, as long as like I don't have to buy Legolas or Gimli or, a Warhammer 40K Space Marine or something that's, that then I'm fighting alongside my, I don't know. I feel like there's a way for them to do it that is tasteful, but I don't know how they're going to go about it.
To me, the only tasteful way they can do it is just to keep it as Commander. Don't put it in Legacy. Don't put it in Modern. Don't put it in Standard. Just keep it in the Commander sets. I mean, my mindset, Commander to me is like granted, I'm not the biggest Commander player, but like to me it's just a bunch of guys just here to have some fun. And now when I'm playing Modern or Legacy, I don't really want to see like Walking Dead characters when I'm playing. Like I
agree with that. Yeah, and also too, since Wizards of the Coast owns Dungeons and Dragons, it makes sense for them to go that route, and maybe even because it's a similar mythos, if that's the right word, they can introduce different elements into Magic that way.
Yeah. And I think that's where the next really debate goes into with the 40K, because 40K is very, I mean, I know people will be going left and right, but like when I see 40K, it looks very sci-fi. And while ours is more like elves and all that type of stuff, like we're very like, we want to see dragons and stuff like that. And I mean, I guess some way they could go together, but it's just, is it really what you want? Like a lot of people just don't want to see that. And a lot of people just like to stick with their own stuff.
Yeah. Well, and like with Warhammer 40K, you know, it also has like, I think the original the Warhammer series, which is like more like D&D. I don't know. I really don't know much about it, but I guess, you know, there was an MMO of Warhammer back in the day, and that was not the 40K variant. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's just so much you can do, but you know what? I guess the question is, how much should Wizards do and cater to different players? I mean, they want all the players to be happy and enjoying the game and trying new things, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't really affect me because I'm not really buying paper cards really at the moment. Yeah. But let me tell you, as soon as tournaments start turning back up in the next year or two, and people have to go and find the one ring to play in their standard or their modern deck, I think that might be the tipping point for people, because if it's any kind of like with the secret lair, if it's any kind of rarity, you know what I mean, like to find the product to actually open it, it's just not going to be a good deal.
And I think that's another thing. You said secret lair. We hope that they're not going to be like secret lairs either, because to me, like it's like people are going to buy them up, but secret lair has this, hey, you only have like 3 weeks or 2 weeks to buy it, and then on top of that, there's no more. They're not going to print anymore, or if they do, they're going to print it out as something different, which I'd be okay with. But who knows when that's going to take, because it takes them so long to get to be where they're at now, because like I think they do like 2 years ahead or a year ahead, so yeah, keep that in mind as well. So yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about something a little bit more exciting. New Strixhaven. Yeah, it's gonna be the new standard set coming out, I think a couple months at the most. No, April. So next month, April 23rd. It looks really cool. I'm excited. It looks like we have Will and Rowan coming back from Throne of Eldraine, and they were also in another set. Was it Plane Chase? No, with the twin. No, what's the one that had the two-headed giant?
Oh, Battlebond.
Battlebond. That's what the first print they were in. So, because that set there were separate planeswalkers. Well, like how they were printed were separate planeswalkers. But in the next one, they were called the Royal Silence, and they were printed together because they share a spark, which was very controversial because everybody's like, how can you share a spark with somebody?
Yeah.
So I do remember that. But yeah, this is exciting to see. I'm guessing they're coming here to learn to become a better planeswalker.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think people, from a couple of the videos I watched, people were worried about Harry Potter kind of creeping its way in with the secret lair.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's really going to happen.
Who knows?
That might be too on the nose even for Wizards of the Coast, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's so new. We don't really know everything yet. I mean, we got some cool things. They're bringing back commands. Let's go ahead and look through some of those. We got a Gagari one, Witherbloom command. I think this is probably the best one. Target player, so you get to choose two. That's the usual thing on commands. It's a sorcery. Target player mills 3 cards, then you return a land from your graveyard to your hand. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana 2 or less. Target creature gets -3, -1 until the end of the turn. Target opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life, which that last one, and probably that first one's probably the best one in my opinion. What are you thinking?
That looks awesome. This is the kind of card that I would spend my wild cards in Arena on.
Oh yeah, and like I said, it's only 2 costs. The only thing that sucks about it is, of course, it's sorcery. I mean, that would be a better instant card, but
yeah, if they made this instant like Assassin's Trophy, Golgari would be too. It'd be pretty good and standard. They don't want to do that probably.
And we will definitely probably see that card. I don't know if we'll see it. I don't know if we'll see it in Modern, but definitely I can see that card in Pioneer. The next set is Silver Quill Command. It's a white, black, and 2 colorless sorcery. Choose 2. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains flying until the end of the turn. Return target creature with the mana value of 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Target player draws a card and loses 1 life, and target opponent sacrifices a creature. Kind of like that. It's not too bad. You got a lot of options on there. You can either try to go in, hit hard, get rid of something, make them sacrifice something. I mean, heck, I think you can probably get rid of. You can get rid of 1 creature for sure on that turn, and then draw a card. So that's not bad.
Yeah, it seems very, very strong. I'm not sure if it's like super competitive, but I mean, it could probably be like a 2 of in a deck that would want this.
It's definitely later in the game type of card.
Yeah.
Like I said,
yeah, any kind of like go wide strategy would love the flying. The target, you're trying to end the game, and then you got the target creature gets +3/+3 and gains flying.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, you got ways to win the game if you need to, like make them get rid of their creature, swing for.
Yep.
Exactly. You're saying it.
Yeah.
I think the return target creature with mana value 2 or less is interesting. So I'm assuming you can probably. There's a lot of good. I don't know if as of recently there's been so many good 2 mana or less cards. So I do like that.
Yeah, I could see the modes on this one being used the most would be the return to the battlefield, and then the target player draws the card and loses 1 life for value.
Mm-hmm.
So
next one is Quadric Command. This is the Simic 1 green, 1 blue, 1 white. I mean 1 colorist. Sorry, 1 colorist, not 1 white. This one's the instant one. Choose 2. Return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Target player shuffles up to 3 cards from the graveyard to the library. All right, I take it back. I think that one's probably the better one so far. Simic is doing its thing again.
It looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, I mean
defensive plus, some offensive counter magic, plus some, decking prevention with the shuffle back in the library.
I love it. Think about
Simic really is getting a lot of love.
Oh, for sure. I mean, think about it. I mean, you get how often can you put a planeswalker back in someone's hand? I don't think it's that often. I can't think of anything that costs at least that.
Yeah, and it says target creature or planeswalker, so basically it could be used for either board, so that's really nice too.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the value cost either, so it's definitely a win in my books. Oh, the +2/+1 counters too. I like that. Next one is, I think this is going to be another good one. This is more of your colors. Red, blue, white. It's called Prismari Command. Choose 2. Prismari Command deals 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 cards, then discards 2 cards. Target player creates a treasure token. Destroy target artifact. So, okay, right here, I think this is definitely a Will and Rowan card. I think this is kind of just what it brings me up to, like the Royal Scion so much. Discarding the cards, drawing a card. This is going to be great in Pioneer. I think the Phoenix deck is going to love it. You get to keep drawing cards, put those Phoenixes in the graveyard. Yeah, and the treasure token, like treasure's been pretty big the last set, and I think they're going to keep going with it. I think that's something they've noticed recently. So, yeah, I really like this card too.
Yeah, I love how it's different from Is It Charm, and I like what the options you have with this are. So what I meant is like it's different enough from Is It Charm that you could probably run both in your deck.
Yeah.
If you're wanting that effect. But yeah, I mean, in Standard, I could see a lot of use out of this card, especially in the current Is It Control deck. I mean, you know, it does sometimes lose some gas, and that draw and discard would really, it would really help.
Yeah, I mean, get the bad cards out of your hand, and hopefully get the better ones. And then, I mean, I think the only crappy thing is that it costs 3. I mean, I think usually decks like that would want 1 to 2 mana spells, but yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Now the last command is a Boris command. It's the most expensive one. So it's red and white, 3 colors. It's an instant. Choose 2. Create a 3/2 red-white spirit creature token. Creature you control gets +1 and gains indestructible and haste until end of turn. The horror command does 3 damage to any target player, and you gain 3 life. Lightning Helix in a nutshell. And then sacrifice a permanent, then draw 2 cards. Yeah, there's some things that kind of reminds me of Boris Charms. There's things that kind of reminds me of Lightning Helix. I think this, I mean, will it see competitive play? Probably not, but there's a lot of things I like about it.
Yeah, this is a definite draft bomb. Limited bomb. It has all the makings of an all-around good card and removal, and even a draw engine on red-white is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, I think, like I said, I don't know if we'll see this in the competitive formats. Maybe you definitely see a commander card out of this, but I really like this card. All right. So the new thing that they're bringing back with Strixhaven is lotto cards. If you don't know anything about lotto cards, how would you not know anything about lotto cards at this point? They're pretty much selling them off like crazy nowadays. But in each pack, is it each? I don't think it's each pack, but you have a higher chance in a booster box to definitely get one of these specially tarred cards. And they're like, so we got like Demonic Tutor, Opt, Swords of Plowshare. They even have the Japanese alternatives of them. They all look really cool. I think they said the Japanese ones is you're going to at least get 1 foil in the commander box. I mean, it's not commander boxes, sorry. The, is it called, not Mythic Edition? What is that booster box called? Collector packs. So 1 collector pack is going to get, booster box is going to at least have 1 of the Japanese ones. And I think they even said they're going to be in, I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on it, but I think they're even going to be in English too. So there's some really nice ones in there, and I'm not complaining. The Swords of Plowshare, it's probably my favorite look, but obviously Demonic Tutor, probably the most, probably a very pricey commander card right there. Getting reprinted is definitely going to try to make the set get sales.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's so many lotto cards to choose from. It's kind of crazy, to be honest.
Man, it's unreal. I mean, nowadays you got to go buy the. There's draft. You got draft boosters. You got. man, you got so many boosters now. I can't remember all of them.
Oh yeah, like the draft and the set booster.
Yeah, set boosters. Then you got the collector boosters. And they each have their own little specialties. I mean, obviously, draft boosters aren't like really worth anything, but they've finally say, hey, now we can make draft boosters worth a little bit of something. And I think that's what this is happening right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Strixhaven. I'm going to mention one little thing. Did you hear about Renin 6 getting going to be in the new what's that set called? The Innistrad, yeah.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, there's been some art on that recently, and it looks really, really nice. I'm wondering if that means we're going to start getting more of the. I'm wondering if he's going to be like the 2 mana or less. I'm kind of curious on how that's going to work, but he has a new look now too. So I'm wondering if his colors are going to change a little bit since he's kind of a tree. So
yeah.
So that's gonna be. I figured to throw that in here. What's going on with you though?
Oh, you mean just in life?
Yeah, just in life.
No, just working, doing my studio thing here, and just enjoying my off time. You know, playing some Magic Arena, and got back into Hearthstone a little bit, which was really, really fun. I haven't played Hearthstone in like 2 or 3 years, and yeah, just enjoying the free to play aspects and really kind of, unashamedly playing them like that. And I think I might save up a bit of money and try to purchase some of the release stuff with Magic Arena and or Hearthstone. But there is ways to play completely for free, which is kind of fun. So I tend to stick more towards that. But yeah, other than that, it's just life seems to be pretty good right now and just working hard.
Good. Yeah, I think it's been going pretty good with me. I've just been busy with work. I got my birthday in a couple weeks. I'm excited about that. Turned big 25 now. I'm kind of thinking about buying the Black is Magic. I'm thinking about buying 4 of those up. Looks really cool. I like the secret layer on that. Been really just trying to find some stuff to buy, which I just wanted to buy some extra stuff.
Yeah.
Working on playing a lot of Pauper lately. I'm thinking about buying Pauper on MTGO. I've been Pauper Slivers, so been really enjoying that kind of tribal. It's a little bit different. It's not like Humans and Modern, but everybody just kind of builds up, and then don't even have to swing in sometimes to win the game. You can win with not infect, but you can win with poison. So that's always a plus in my books.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, life's been pretty good. Been just kind of enjoying it, and it's getting warmer outside.
Finally.
Heard some places are. I don't know if it's getting better with COVID, but I've been hearing some places. So I think I heard Texas maybe getting rid of the mask. So I don't know if that means that we're going to start getting some. I don't know if that's a good sign for hey, we can probably start playing Magic again in person.
Yeah.
I know we're still looking for the cure, working on it, giving everybody. So
yeah,
I'm ready.
yeah, me too. I definitely feel like this year will be it might be a little slower than we hope, but it's definitely a turning point for the next for this next season to be new and not hopefully maybe not COVID free.
Yeah,
it might come back to some degree, but I don't think nearly as harsh and hard as it was at beginning of last year and even at this point this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think I remember last year everybody was just scared, including myself. But now I think everybody's just you know what, it is what it is. I mean, I think I ended up having it at some point. I know my family did.
My family got it too, and I'm not sure if my family did or not.
Yeah, and
I mean, we were sick on and off throughout the whole year, so I have no idea. We even got tested 2 or 3 times and was negative, but who knows when or if we had it.
Yeah, and I think that's the rough part because, like, I remember my time. I ended up I lost my taste and smell. It sucked through the holidays, but
Oh, what a horrible time for that to happen.
and obviously I was like looking through all the stuff, and that's the biggest thing. And I went and got tested twice, and it both came out negative. Like they didn't have it.
That's
it was,
so weird.
Yeah, it was weird. I thought about at one point checking the white, like there's places that can check to see if you ever have it. But I'm just like, at that point, is there really a chance if we're going to start getting cures and all that? So, vaccines, I mean. So,
Yeah.
But I think other than that, I think that's going to be the end of our podcast tonight. You can find me on Great Value MTG. I'm going to start playing more Pauper stuff on there. Where can we find you at, AJ?
Galador Gaming.
All right. Well, thank you guys for attending our podcast. Let us know what you think we need to talk about. I'm always down to look up something different. Tell me how your life's been. I think that's the last little part. I just want to just kind of see how everybody was doing. So I want to let you know how I was doing with my life. So other than that, guys, you guys have a fantastic week and day.